you can't beat yourself, you're never going to beat anyone else. And the battle that you're constantly fighting is that emotional battle, the battle with this, the stress of training and the stress that it puts on your personal life, physically, everything. It's hard. I think the moment that you think you know too much and you're going to be sitting on your hands, so constantly I'm trying to be learning, getting better each day and perfecting the skills that you already have and being confident in them, but not being happy with what you got. The initial moment when you're fighting is like, it's thoughtless, It feels like you're not there, you're in someone else's body moving. It feels like it's slow motion, but you're in supersonic speed. And sometimes it takes a hit to really let you know you are there. The first time that I ever fought, and I don't think I've ever been that scared. I just remember, the lead up to the fight, just trying not to overthink it. And it was that first punch where I got hit, my head went backwards and I went, I'm actually here doing this. It took me that split second, and it felt like 5 seconds, but it could have been a second where I actually had to get hit to switch on. And, then from there it was, taking the fight to the ground and sinking in the rear naked choke. But I remember specifically that fight. When it was over, I remember crying because I think I was so scared getting in there, and just the overwhelming feeling of joy just to be finished the fight. You think some people live in the moment and they love being in the fight. I don't think I do. I think I like to compete, and I like being a competitor because I like to push myself and push the boundaries of myself in training and aspire for something great that I know I'm scared of. I've always wanted to be, ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be the best at something, or people know me for something. I've never really thought deeply into it, the reason, what makes me tick, what makes me do it. And I think I'm still discovering that, and that's changing and evolving as I go. When I first started martial arts, it was so I could fight, and so I could be a mixed martial artist, and I could be this fighter and do this sport that excited me so much. But as I've gone on, I can see the romance and the beauty in being a martial artist.
So we get a lot of guys in here that want to be fighters. They want recognition and fame and, the challenge and to be able to call themselves a UFC fighter. And what differentiates Richie is, one, he never called himself a fighter ever. He never came in, even if you ask him now, he's not a fighter, he's Richard Walsh. He's an athlete that fights, that competes.
I never like to make excuses for any fights. I don't have any regrets in my life. I don't make excuses for fights that have gone my way or haven't gone my way. That's just not how I live. So the motivation for this fight, in some way, is inside me. It's about my future. It's also about not letting down the many people that have sacrificed a lot to get me here, be it coaches, friends, family. It's not just the Richie Walsh show. It's a huge amount of people that are propelling me, to this level. And without them, I'd fall. So I kind of owe it to them, to get the win, and I owe it to myself.